Yo, what's going on then, guys? It's your boy Ben Gregson or Dilemma YGO here, coming at you with another YouTube video for the first time in about 2 months. Forgive my lack of content, and we are joined by Mr. JY Sharif. If you want to introduce yourself, buddy.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy JY out here with Ben. Let's get it.
So I've got a bunch of questions here from viewers of my channel, as well as just a couple of questions I want to ask you. So if we're going to get straight into it, first of all, what are your accolades as a Yu-Gi-Oh player? Let's hit me up with those.
Uh, so I in 2017 I went to Worlds, rep in the UK. So I was like the rank one player on points in the UK, and I was like top five in Europe that year. And so flew out to Japan to play there. I mean, it's like that's like one of my biggest achievements. Also, like my biggest failure because I came last place at Worlds, but it's all good.
You still went to
Um,
Worlds, bro. Like, it's more than we've done.
Yeah. I've top 32 UK nationals, top 16 UK Nats, top Euros in 2017. I also have two YCS tops, a top London in 2017. I came third place, and I came top 32 at YCS Prague in 2017. And I have like, I don't know, I'd say just a lot of regional tops, a lot of regional wins as well.
Yeah, that's way bigger than what I'm doing, bro. But like a lot of that was with the 60 card Light Sworn deck and Spiral, right? From what I can remember.
Um, yeah, so actually I played quite a few different decks. I got like my first two regional wins were with Melfos.
Metal
So
Foes, bro. That's time
yeah,
ago.
yeah. I also played like the Draco Zoo deck, like I top nationals, top 16 Nats, and top 64 Euros playing a True Draco Zoo. Um, and I played like quite a few different decks, but 60 cards is like the deck I got like my most of my regional wins, regional tops with
Yeah.
pretty well with that deck.
I mean, that's the deck that people sort of know you for, right? When you think JY
Yeah,
Sharif, we think 60 card, Light Swarm, Predaplants, Brilliant Fusions, all that stuff. One of like,
yeah, that's,
I mean, like Fairy Tale Snow is one of the coolest cards ever printed, so I completely understand why you play a deck like that at that point. So the
yeah.
first
She's
question,
the best. She's the best. R.I.P. R.I.P. She's the best.
she'll come back one day in like 20 years when we're still playing this game.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
first question from a fan, what's your favorite format that you've ever played in?
This is an easy one. So my favorite format is um back in like February 2017, 2017 February time was when I think was it Raging Tempest with Zodiac and Grass.
Yeah, man.
I think something like that. So yeah, when Zodiac and Grass came out, that was like my favorite format because that's when I started playing the 60 card deck. And the thing is, a lot of people don't know is that before Grass came out, I was playing like a 40, 45 card um, Light Sworn zombie deck. Like when you could only play it when Minerva was a prize card. And I played that and played a few regionals with it and a few events back then. So like I already had a pretty good grasp of the zombie light sworn sort of synergy with brilliant fusion and instant fusion. And then once grass came out, like it was just insane. Like the deck had just infinity extenders, and it was just so broken. And then like as the format went on, we got new support, new things happened, and I just kept adapting the deck. Like there was a time where we were losing to Maxi, even though it was semi-limited. So we played like Manticore of Darkness and decked so many people out using that loop because if you drew like Barrage, you could do a deck out. And
Yeah,
that was my favorite time. Like for example, Zoo would set up a full board, like four back row and a Dryden, and I would just break through every single one, like Strike, Solemn Strike, My Body is a Shield, like another Strike, and then another Trap card, and then the Dryden. We just break through all of that with just a grass on its own. So that
that's
was like
so
my favorite.
wild.
My
Yeah,
favorite format for sure.
yeah. Raging Tempest was a cool format for me because we got a Zephyrath and we got Zephyr War in that set, so my deck became actually semi-competitive. Not gonna say it's good, still not good now, but it's one of
Yeah,
those.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
that deck was wild too. I remember was NY3. He made like the Metal Foe Zephyr deck, right, where you would just like turbo a bunch of Baxias and set multiple copies of like the Nine Pillars, right?
yeah, man.
And it was that deck was pretty crazy. So I'm pretty sure like it topped. like a big American YCS as well.
Yeah.
Like yeah, deck.
I bubbled Cardiff Regionals with a similar deck, and you'd get max seed. And do you remember the trap card Heavy Slump?
Oh, heavy slump.
It's
I'm trying to
if your
remember.
opponent has like 8 or more cards in hand, you they shuffle their hand back and draw three. Um,
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
you'd send it off Beatrice and then add it back to your hand with Nirvana High Paladin, and you just make them shuffle their entire hand back. Like that was insane, bro. I got a ninth at Cardiff with that deck. I've got so
Jesus.
many regional bubbles. It's it's absolutely insane.
Don't worry, that's in the past, man. That's gonna change
It's
now. Don't worry.
growth, bro. So the next question we have for you is: if there was one card you could bring back off the ban list to either one copy or three copies, what would it be and why?
Come on, man. Like, why you ask?
See, hey, these are questions from other people.
Oh,
Like,
people you already know. It's like you want me to. I'm singing to the choir out here, man. Like, of course, Fairy Tale Snow, man. I'll just bring that straight back. It'll make me happy. Tom Rose, Jesse Cotton, all the boys will be coming out and partying, mate.
we'd all
So
be
yeah,
playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Fairy Tale Snow, man.
That's cool. The next question is: what did you think of the like Konami's current like remote duel system? Like, do you enjoy remote duels? Have you played any? Um, are you going to participate in any remote duel YCSs if they end up coming up because of COVID? Yeah.
Okay, so I think remote duel is a cool way to keep the game going. Like I played in the remote duel YCS, the first one back in the summer. I think it was like July time. I entered and I went like 0-2 drop. It turns out my signal wasn't as good as I thought. Like my internet connection wasn't that strong um, to do like the whole remote duel thing, and I just wasn't really a big fan of the playing it myself, the whole format of it. I couldn't really get into it. I'm a big fan of like IRL play and playing at tournaments with people, or playing on Dueling Book. And just because on Dueling Book everything is just controlled, it's pretty fair and like it's pretty much there's not really it's almost like real life in that you have control over the cards and there's no way it's not really many ways your opponent can really cheat you.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas well, I kind of felt like everyone was ignoring the big kind of like I don't know what they call it, like the big kind of thing in the room, like the fact that on remote duels it's like so common to be able to cheat, whether it's like pre-stacking your own deck, not shuffling properly, all sorts of nonsense, and I really just for me didn't want to deal with that, which is what kind of like put me off it, to be honest. But the thing is, seeing all the streamed events, the qualifiers, the invitationals, even the YCS, I think it's really cool to still like. I think it's helped keep the game alive to an extent. Just having like an official stream, commentators, like top players playing against each other through remote duels. So I think
Yeah.
it's a good thing. Just for me, like personally, it was the aspect of like people cheating on there, which kind of put me off it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I didn't participate in any remote duels. I preferred the LCSs, as you know. I'm a big advocate of Dueling Book as a platform. Um, but yeah, personally, I never grinded with the remote duel stuff myself. Did you
Yeah, I think
partake?
the LCS has been insane.
Did you take part in any LCSs at all?
I did. I entered a few random ones. Like I played one end of last year, and it was quite funny because like I basically Dominic Couch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So me and him like tested all night together on this like Inferno Ball like Phantom Knight deck, right? And then we played the LCS and we played each other round one.
That's mad.
And it was quite tragic. Um, but yeah, like I entered that one. I entered the most recent one, the PAX one, which had like 400 people, and I actually bubbled that, and that was the first time I trialed the 60 card Phantom Knight Predaplant deck, and it was pretty much like almost the same, like just like the first draft of that 60 card deck, and I was like 6-1-1 going into round nine, and game three against Sword Soul, he has like Baron, Chi Chao with Imperial Order. So like, I go Dark Ruler, and he Imperial Orders me, and I'm like, okay.
Imperial
So
Order's
I
a
know,
good card, bro. That got some
yeah, yeah,
tears
yeah,
in
yeah.
my eyes from IO, man.
Yeah,
Like,
trust me, I'm here telling you my sob stories. But yeah, the LCS, I think I'm a huge fan of Luxury and what they do. And I think alongside Remote Duel, they have done so much for the game. It's for real.
Yeah,
And
it's
yeah, all them
incredible.
guys should be proud of themselves and just keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, big up to Luxury. And the very last question. It is Christmas time. If you could pick any cards to be banned slash limited, if you could like sort of make your own ban list for this current format, what are we looking at? Sort of, what do you think needs addressing?
Okay, so yeah, I've been asking people this, and now it's time for me to answer, I guess. So,
Exactly. Look, give your fans what they
yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, I'm gonna echo what a lot of players have already said. So, Scythe, that card just needs to go. It's just unfair. Same with Protoss, and I also think alongside that, the other Nemesis guy, I think is it Eschatos.
Yeah,
Um, they both just need to be banned. Because, to be honest, those cards shouldn't really have been printed, but they're just waiting to be abused, so they both should just be banned. Well, Protoss is already being abused, and I think Sword Soul is a pretty fair deck in itself. Like, it's good. It's a mid range deck, but I think Protoss that's the reason why it's able to top so consistently, and um, and Imperial Order, that card just needs to go. It's just unfair. I've seen all the debates people are having about it, but it's just not a healthy card for the game. Like, pretty much everyone main decking it just because if you draw it, you win. I think Mystic Mine is also like I agree with why everyone wants it to be banned, but surprisingly, it can be quite a skillful card. Like when you play it, like there's situations where you have to control the number of monsters you have on the field. Like when I play that card, it's very difficult because that's when I make the most amount of misplays because you have so many options and there are so many things you've got to play around. But I don't think it's a healthy card as well. I think it should be banned. Is really really unfair. It's like part of the reason why I'm able to like top so much with my Phantom Knight deck because Mystic Mind just cheeses me a lot of wins. I just activate it, block their board, and just slowly pick them apart with Zeus. Can't count how many
yeah,
times I played Mystic Mind and Zeus somebody, and it's like just so unfair because I get to play after it as well. So
yeah, man.
Mystic Mind needs to kind of be checked, and then that's like the main floods I think of off the top of my head. And then with Lyrolost, I think something has to happen to them. Maybe recital to one, or something has to happen. Like I still find it a bit jarring that Robin, Ensemble Robin is not once per turn. Like that is absolutely like absurd. Like how is it not once per turn? Like how they're so good. Every single card is so like restricted nowadays, but they printed a card that can bounce some monsters that are summoned 4 times per turn, and even more if you have more materials. So either like that card like should be banned maybe, and then recycled to one, and then the deck could be like a lot fairer. But yeah, that's off the top of my head. I think those are the main kind of problems. Uh, yeah, and then hopefully some cool stuff to come off to kind of like spice up the format as well and give us some options in what we can do.
Yeah, man, that's absolutely fantastic. So that's it for the interview. If you want to plug yourself, let people know who you are, what you're doing, and obviously you have a YouTube channel now. So if you want to let them know about that as well, that'd be dope.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I got a YouTube channel. It's literally JY Sharif. If you search me up on YouTube, you better find me on there. I'm posting Yu-Gi-Oh content. Deck profiles, combo videos, blogging, traveling to events, and lots of other cool stuff as well. So if you guys want to join in the journey, just feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I'm back in the game now. I took a break for a while, but now we're back, and it should be fun. And also, give love to my boy Ben. Check out his channel Dilemma YGO. He hasn't been uploading for a while, but somehow I've dragged him back into the YouTube game. So
We're getting
show him
back on
some
the
love too.
grind, bro. We're
Sick man,
getting back on the grind.
let's get it.
And like, big up to JY. Like, a lot of pro players don't really make content. Like, we had Josh Roosters who started making content, and Tom makes stuff for the Team Karibo's channel. But it's really nice to see people like yourself and also Tim Cox, the Goat Cards, now making content, especially players from the UK, not being biased or anything. But making content that's actually informative and not really meme content like other people are making. So if you guys want to go and check JY out, and also I made a Danger Turn Skip FTK deck profile over there for you guys to go watch. That deck's insane. It's the best deck in the game, honestly. So yeah, that's it for the interview. If you did enjoy, please remember to like the video, comment on the video for any questions you want me to ask other players. And it's been your boy Ben Gregson or Dilemma, and have a fantastic day.